How's it going, everyone? In today's video, we have some big news on a top WWE star's return in doubt, an update on CM Punk's return, and a whole lot more. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the latest wrestling news. Alright guys, so for our first story of today, we have some big news on Vince McMahon's hush money scandal. So after a Washington Post article accused Vince McMahon of paying former female employees millions of dollars in hush money payments, this week WWE reported its third quarter earnings call for 2022, posting a revenue of $304.6 million. And in that call, they noted that the investigation into Vince McMahon and another executive was now complete, and the special committee has been disbanded. So even though the investigation is officially over, Vince McMahon is still very unlikely to make his return to WWE. Next up, we have some news on a Raw superstar returning to NXT with a different name. So despite the fact that Retribution had a ton of potential, the group was unable to get over on the main roster. However, it looks like one of the group's former members is getting another chance in NXT, because according to PWInsider.com, former member of Retribution T-Bar is now listed as Donovan Dijak on WWE's internal roster. And with the backing of Triple H and Shawn Michaels, it appears like Donovan Dijak has a good opportunity to be successful in NXT. Next, we have a big update on CM Punk's return. So even though CM Punk's return to AEW is very much up in the air at this point in time, it looks like CM Punk has not closed the door on returning to the ring again, as Fightful Select reports that a source close to Punk stated that they would not rule out the possibility of him wrestling again, because they claim that he's got the wrestling bug again. But due to his injury, which will keep him out of action for a while, he could feel differently when he is able to wrestle again. Next up, we have some news on Sasha Banks' return to WWE. So despite all of the recent news about Sasha Banks being backstage at recent WWE live events, it doesn't look like she will be returning to the company anytime soon, as Ringside News reports that Sasha Banks hasn't been mentioned in a creative sense, and a tenured member of the creative team confirmed that they have heard nothing about Sasha Banks. So unless anything changes, it doesn't appear like Sasha Banks will be making her return to WWE in the immediate future. So now guys, I want to give you my thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed today. So for our first story that we talked about, we did discuss the Vince McMahon hush money scandal, and WWE did report that the Vince McMahon investigation is over, and also it doesn't look like he will be returning to the company after this investigation was completed. And in my opinion, I do think that Vince McMahon will eventually make some kind of appearance for WWE, but I highly doubt that he will be returning in some role creatively. The next story that we talked about was about a Raw superstar returning to NXT with a different name, and PWInsider.com reported that T-Bar, when he was known in Retribution, he will be going back to his original name of Donovan Dijak on NXT. So some pretty good news for Donovan Dijak, because Triple H and Shawn Michaels have shown that they do like him. So I'm pretty sure that he will be booked very strong in NXT now that he is back over there. The next story that we talked about was pretty much an update on CM Punk's return to professional wrestling. And despite all of the reports, all of the recent reports saying that CM Punk, after everything that happened with AEW, the fight backstage with the Elite, that CM Punk would not be returning to wrestling again. However, Fightful.com, they report that those people close to CM Punk say that he would still be down to wrestle again because he has the, quotes, wrestling bug again. So in my opinion, guys, I highly doubt that CM Punk will return to AEW to wrestle for them. which pretty much indicates that the only company that can actually pay him the way AEW was paying him is WWE, and that is also very doubtful. However, I do think that WWE would be his most likely destination. The next story that we talked about was we had some news on Sasha Banks' return to WWE, and according to Ringside News, they are reporting that a tenured member of the creative team confirmed that they have heard nothing about Sasha Banks, and nothing has been mentioned in a creative sense. So, which is pretty surprising because Sasha Banks has been over the past few days she has been posting a lot of stuff insinuating that she is going to be returning to the ring again. And in my opinion, I do think that she will return, but it could potentially be sometime down the line. So with that being said, guys, that is all of the news that we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.